There are things that in all of our lives that we're waiting on, dreams and plans and promises from God. So it's time. We believe it's time. Ecclesiastes 3 verses 1 through 8 says there's an opportune time to do things, a right time for everything in the earth. And you've got to get your time and your seasons right, or you will miss your time. There's a time for birth. If you're not pregnant, you will not birth anything. There's a time, and even if you are pregnant, you got to wait. You know, when you're 6 weeks and you find out you're pregnant, well then, baby, you got a few days to go. There's a time for death, a time to plant, to reap, to kill, to heal, to destroy, to construct, to cry, to laugh, to lament, to cheer. There's a time to make love and a time to abstain, embrace, part, search, to count your losses, to hold on, to let go, to rip out, to mend, to shut up, to speak up, to love, to hate, to wage war, to make peace. We get some of these kind of mixed up every now and then. It's time, as he told you last week, to get past your past. It's time for resolve. It's time for freedom. It's time to walk in destiny. And it's time for breakthrough. However, you can miss your time. I want you to look at that sentence. Let it sink into your head, because no matter what God has ordained for your life, no matter what season he has birthed in your life, you have the power to miss your time. You say, but it's God's will. Yes, but your will is stronger than his will, because he did not create you as a puppet. Now, if we were his puppets, we'd be a whole lot more successful. But he created us as free will agents. So we can say, I ain't going to do it your way, Jack. Sorry. I'm going this direction. And he'll just say, okay, baby. You know, I put some warning signs out. I put some caution tape out. I put some roadblocks out. I put signs that said, bridge out ahead. And you just want to go on down that road. So go on and help yourself. So you can miss your time. Turn to your neighbor and tell them with a voice of authority, you can miss your time. So it kind of boils down to this: seduction or discernment. If it is your time, are you being seduced or are you discerning the times? Let's look at the definition of seduction. Now, it's definitely got a sexual connotation, but it simply means to persuade to disobedience, to persuade to disloyalty, to lead away from accepted principles, to lead astray from proper conduct. It's a false promise of attraction. It means to be enticed. Does anybody have like a chain? Anything on a chain? I hear things rattling. Okay, this will work. Oh, that's nice and pretty. Thank you. And it looks amazing with my gray sweater. Thank you. You say, well, you know, what is seducing me? I don't know that I'm being seduced. Your family can seduce you. You can be born into generational curses, and until you wake up to what's happening in your life, it's like the enemy just comes and swings it in front of you and says, concentrate on me. Your dad was an alcoholic. He abused your mom. Your great-grandfather was sorry and good for nothing. You're just like them. You cannot succeed. Watch me work my magic in your life. You think you're called of God. I'll show you who's called. Seduction is a reality. Let's look at a couple of scriptures. Proverbs 7:21 through 27. This is talking about the spirit of a harlot. So she seduced him with her pretty speech and enticed him with her flattery. Now, a spirit of a harlot can be in your finances, in your health, in your marriage, in your job, in your school situation, in your thought processes. He followed her. She enticed him with her flattery. Just because somebody's blowing smoke in your face doesn't mean it's where you need to go, baby. He followed her at once, like an ox going to the slaughter. He was like a stag caught in a trap, awaiting the arrow that would pierce its heart. He was like a bird flying into a snare, little knowing it would cost him his life. So listen to me and pay attention to my words. Don't let your hearts stray away. Don't wander down her wayward path, for she has been the ruin of many. Many men have been, or women have been her victims. Her house is the road to the grave. Her bedroom is the den of death. Wow. So you can be seduced into living an addicted lifestyle. I never understand. We knew a young man in our lives many years ago who was clean for 7 years, and he fell off the wagon. And I asked him point blank, I said, tell me why. Why did you make that decision? And he said, you know, you only get that high one time, and you spend the rest of your time chasing that high. That is stupid to me. If you know that before you go into it, then where are we in our discernment? We're being seduced.